Happy Tuesday, people. Happy Tuesday. Never mind the rain. I'm in Cali right now and it's raining. So what's good? Let's have a conversation real quick. I wanna talk about some shit real quick. I want to talk about this topic that I seen floating around, right? About the miseducation of Lauryn Hill, that particular album. Is it a classic? Right? Which actually, too, I'm going to say, go into just what I think about right now, the state of, the condition of the information that the audience, the fans, is getting from rap now, right? So let's start off by saying shout out to Lauryn Hill, right? First time I ever heard the miseducation of Lauryn Hill, right? Blew me away. I enjoyed the single, okay? And for her, Lauryn Hill, to talk to not just the females or not just the dudes, she talked to both, okay? She talked to the men and women, okay? She talked to the men and women. That is what made that so clean, right? She talked to the men and the women. Okay? Now, you damn right it's a classic. Okay? You damn right that her album is a classic. No skips. Okay? No skips. You can listen to that album in its entirety. Okay? No skips. Now, as we, right, and real quick, I gotta throw this in. For everybody that say, well, she had writers to it was 23 writers on the album. So what? Because what Lauryn Hill did is that second album that she came out with just her playing the guitar and those lyrics that she sit up here and expressed, right? No, I can't hear it. What's so interesting though, right, is when we look at the state of female hip hop, right? And you have a lot of great writers such as her, right? Jazmine Sullivan, great writers, okay? When we look at it, and I did say hip hop, but even when we look at some of the female rappers now, right? Who I love and listen to is, I might butcher the name, right? But, so forgive me if I butcher your name. But, Shay Noor, right? Lyrics. Okay? Lyrics is dope. Who else? There's oh my God, it's on the tip of my tongue. There's a couple of females that I listen to. Chica, okay? That actually are saying some real shit, right? Now, let's keep it 100 with you, right? Lauryn Hill probably had the best album that came out that year in 1998. And I'm not talking about NSYNC or Britney Spears. I'm just talking about just R&B and hip hop, right? Of course, we do get what is that? We actually get the Wu that come out. I think Wu came out in '97, but Jay Z came out right in '99 and '98, right? Um, it's so interesting because even now, right, as I'm looking like, let's keep it 100 with you. People talk about the lyrics now, but think about Adina Howard for a second, right? Check this out. I'm about to just talk about just my feelings on hip hop, right? Check this out. It's funny how the rappers, right, influence, right? The rappers influence the fans. Even movies influence fans to do certain things, right? So, 1994, 1994, um, we hear Snoop. Snoop had a song, Ain't No Fun, right? And I swear to you, it was so crazy, right? Is I had never heard Beautiful Destruction before. And that's exactly what Ain't No Fun is. Beautiful fucking destruction. A year later, or maybe two, when Dog Pound come out, we get Bomb, right? Now, think about some of the lyrics that we hear now, right? And even if you want to even go back to the Chronic, right? Listen to some of the intros in the Chronic. Is you know what I'm saying? I felt like Lauryn Hill was fighting that that stereotype, okay? From Ain't No Fun, right? We get on down to Hot Boys and Keisha, right? And really what we're doing is fucking up the psyche of the woman as well as ourselves, okay? Because now we're expecting the woman to be something that technically that is not natural to them. They're trying to mimic and copy off of somebody else. And I heard somebody say that now rap is about fetishes. Which, you know what, when I think about it, you're absolutely right. Rap is now about more of a fetish. Okay? Give you an example of a fetish, right? Young Dro, when he said, "My girl got a girlfriend," right? Instantly, instantly, instantly. That it opened up the door, right? In certain lyrics, certain one-liners, even just certain one-liners. Another one-liner, right? Me and broke niggas don't get along. There's certain one-liners that really impactful. Okay, really impactful. And I'm just talking about one-liners. Okay, one-liners. So, what we were, what mm, the miseducation did for me, right? And some of my friends that listened to it, it opened our fucking minds. Now, whatever, everybody has a choice. Okay, you have a choice to act on certain, on your feelings or not. You know, you do have a choice to do that. Yet, with a lot of music that was coming out at that time, was just like how it is now. A lot of heavy set murder, killing, setup, fucking, drinking, smoking. Right? Miseducation, and even the miseducation. Just the title alone. I don't care about the writers. Because you're going to have people that's going to write hooks. Gonna maybe make an impact here and there. That doesn't mean that the album is bad. If that's how many writers it took to make an incredible album, that's how many it took. The industry is the one that invested into Lauryn Hill. So yeah, but I feel like it was a fresh breath fucking air, right? Lyrics got drowned out by beats. The beats created almost another algorithm because guess what? You could not, certain beats, especially, you know, coming from Dre, if you were in Dre's camp, this is why Rakim and Dre couldn't mesh. Because Dre wanted Rakim to speak about the streets. Rakim didn't want to do that shit. The Chronic. And that's not, and on a Dr. Dre beat, right? Let's really be honest. We've heard Nas on a Dr. Dre beat. Like, you really can't be that lyrical. You kind of gotta be, you know, in the box talking about fucking or drinking in the club. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's what his beats is more so geared for. Now you have other producers like Madlib, right? You have Derringer. You have where you can get lyrical on their beat, right? You can get lyrical on their beats. Not saying you can't get lyrical on Dr. Dre beat, but the beat is bringing out more of a street sound. Okay? And as of now, you know, R&B, because of the mixture of rap and R&B, R&B has been drowned the fuck out. Okay? It has been drowned the fuck out. And it's funny how, you know, not all, but there is a lot of relationship issues in the world today. And it mirrors the music that is being put out of the world today. Because some of the music that's being put out is insecure music. Okay? It's insecure music. Okay? It's insecure music. Insecure. Okay? It's hater music. Which, you know, when I was 14, 15, 16, you know, we did to play a hater. Okay? even in music, I don't think you should be a fucking player hater. Okay? It's okay. You know, I understand sometimes, hey, you see somebody with a girl that you want to be with. Okay? Well, we ain't gonna be no motherfucking haters. At the end of the day, you congratulate them. But now, you know, we want to take the girl away, right? Or we want to take the man away from his situation. And that's hating. Even this, right? Old school, Shirley Murdoch, As We Lay, right? That's a hated ass song. That's a hating ass song. As We Lay is a hating ass song. Shit is dope. But it's a hating ass song because if you think about it, what is she talking about? She wants to fuck her man for one fucking night. Go back home. I just want to experience one night with you. Not forever. One motherfucking night. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. It's been, and I'm not saying we always got hating ass music. Okay, where a motherfucker is hating because you got what they ain't got. But now it's celebrated. Being a hater is almost celebrate. Talk to somebody like 2 hours after they get off of work. I hate this. Motherfuckers is haters. And we learned to do that. We wasn't haters back in the day, but we learned to be haters. Motherfuckers just be hating for no reason now. Niggas be hating for no reason. Hate is the new love. Right? Hate is the new love. Think about how many fucking rappers is going to talk about love. They're not. I know everybody talking about the Jay-Z and, you know, him talking about battling and him taking it away and him saying, look, we're not talking about 20 years ago Jay-Z. We talking about Jay-Z that's, 55 or something like that? We're not talking about somebody he's past that. Okay, he passed that. You know, at some point in time, like I say, we do have to hold rappers accountable for their fucking lyrics. You can't be 50 years old still talking about banging. Nah, bro, nobody want to hear that shit. It ain't even no lane for it because guess what? Some of the kids now, you do that shit, they knocking you the fuck down. So even banging on wax ain't the fucking same as it was back in the fucking day. And now that people have money, right? Everybody in the rap game got money and everybody signing deals, guess what? They're not fucking heroes. Right? They're not heroes. They have a boss. They have to go on tour. They have to come out and create albums. But think about what's being said on the motherfucking albums. The state, like I said, you know, even the, check this out, what was that, 1994 we had, or 94 Ready to Die came out, right? Ready to Die, controversial album, dealing with suicidal thoughts, killing yourself, very dark album, right? But what was so crazy about that, you had a lot of men and women that felt like that, right? They felt like that. They felt like they were ready to die. Right? Now, I know what he's talking about, right? Crazy shit. Me against the world. Right? Me against the world. Motherfucker talking about some real shit. Me against the world and everything that I'm going through. I'm gonna put it in on a page. I'm gonna put it in the music. I'm gonna put it out. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna record it. Give it to the fucking fans. Now the music that we get, right, ain't about curing. It's about keeping the same shit going on. Keeping the same shit going on. Me, myself, y'all here, look at my poems, okay? One of the things I want to do is with my writing, right? When I write something, I create something, I want to give it to you. I want to make you think, okay? It's kind of like, y'all, if you don't know, go follow Dan Calloway. But his motto is, I'm here to make you think. And that's, I think everybody model should be making you think. Even a comedian. It's one thing to be funny, but can you put some real shit, real substance in your content? Okay, can you do that? You have most movie producers put more hidden symbols and content in a movie than you see some of these rappers, right? Nas has kept going, right? Not saying that Nas doesn't have to ever put out a motherfucking album again. But he keeps going to put out fucking albums, okay? To test his own pen. But then he's talking about some shit. There's a lot of rappers, 85% of rappers, right, ain't talking about shit. So the state of the people that's listening to this shit, they get ate up because guess what? Now they reacting. And half of the shit that the niggas saying that they doing on these records, they would never motherfucking do. They wouldn't do. Because they not going to fuck up their shit. They wouldn't do. I say all that to say this. Yes. If y'all going to give Chronic, the very first Chronic classic, give Snoop a classic, I can't understand how you can give Miseducation. And that's it. It breaks. And we should have seen it coming. It breaks barriers. We should have seen it coming with her doing the song with Nas, If I Ruled the World. It was coming. Certain things just can't be stopped. There's certain albums that people put out. It is what it is. It is what it is. Certain albums that get put out, it is what it is. It's going to make an impact. And that's the... Did it make an impact? Yes, it did. So my question then, too, is Hardcore Lil' Kim a classic album? Right? The reason why I say that is because there's no rules to hip hop. If you want to sing, if that's the case, then we have to definitely reclassify some motherfuckers that sing within what is Drake. What type of album would you put Take Care in? And his albums. He does the same exact fucking thing. So let's keep it 100 with you. Like, if you think about it, right? Old heads. Go back to like 1994, 1995, 1990. When there was a lot of fucking, the message was in there. But guess what? Of course, they had to drown out the message because they didn't want people to wake up. They want people to be asleep. I'm out.